As you listen, noticing the space between my words, you may already begin to feel that time is beginning to shift in a way that feels just right for you. Isn't it fascinating how the unconscious mind, it already knows exactly what to do, even before you consciously realize it? Because time is an illusion, isn't it? You know that already, don't you? Sometimes a minute can feel like an eternity, and sometimes an entire day can vanish in the blink of an eye. And the more you think about it, the less you need to think at all, as your unconscious mind begins to explore how this concept applies to you in the most useful, beneficial way. What's interesting is, people often assume time is rigid, when in fact it bends, flows, expands, contracts, depending on focus, attention, emotion. You've already experienced this, haven't you? Think about a time where you're completely absorbed in something that fascinated you, something so engaging that hours passed like minutes, and yet it felt like you're outside of time itself. Or perhaps a moment of deep emotion, where everything slowed down, and you could perceive every tiny detail, every nuance, as if time itself had expanded, giving you more space to understand, to learn, to transform. Right now you might wonder, what would happen if you could choose to control this at will? Because you see, some people feel stuck, trapped in old patterns, unable to move forward, and yet they never stop to realize that all they need is a pattern interrupt. When you think about it, what is a pattern really? It's just a loop, a cycle, something repeating, until something new disrupts it. And the moment you introduce a new element, everything shifts, doesn't it? Like when someone is caught in an old belief, and suddenly a simple question, a reframe, a new way of seeing things, shatters that limitation completely, opening space for something fresh, something powerful, something free. Because that's what transformation is, isn't it? It's a shift in perception. And just as easily as you can distort time, you can distort beliefs, distort limitations, distort fear, until it simply dissolves. And that's what's happening now. You're stepping into the flow, where time moves exactly as it needs to, where change happens naturally, where patterns unravel effortlessly, so new powerful realities can emerge in their place. When you really think about it, who's the one creating time? Who's the one assigning meaning? Because right now, as you listen, something deep inside is already shifting. And you may notice a moment of clarity, a deep understanding about how everything is connected, the patterns, the structure, the process. Because once you see the bigger picture, you realize you're the one shaping it all. And just as easily as you step in, you step out. Time expands when you need space. Time compresses when you need speed. And the more you embrace this flexibility, the more control you have, the more flow you experience, the more fun you create. And you can feel it now, can't you? That shift, that freedom, that knowing that from this moment forward, something has changed, hasn't it?